Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I want to touch on the great episode of a president by the name of Donald J. Trump. As you people all over the world was glued to the TV, your ears to the news, you're on the internet, you're on all the telephone news, finding out what is going on. I want you to ask yourself this question. Since you are religious in many ways, you love to bring up the word God and miracle. When your president or the person you like get into power, you say, chosen by God. When they get out of it and they don't get it, you say something go wrong, somebody robbed them. When Mr. Obama, President Obama, former President of America, Mr. Obama, get in, you all say God put him there. And to be honest, I would like to know how you define the race of the man. He's black and white. But all blacks say the first black African American in the White House. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to be fair. I am a mixed race, and I cannot be one race when I am mixed. I am tired with one drop of black blood make you black or white blood make you this or that. Why the white people all over the world never use that phrase that he's half white or he's half black, but every black child, big men and women will use that word. Now, I'm not a racist, but I'm asking a question. Can a zebra be a horse? Or a mule or a donkey? A zebra is a zebra. Or can a leopard, a tiger, or a jaguar or a puma be a lion? Especially a tiger and a jaguar. Think of it. Or can a hyena be a dog? Ladies and gentlemen, we have to understand what we are saying in this world today. We are much more educated than the people in the past. We have everything at our fingertips. We have computer. We have library. We can do so many things that our ancestors in the past was not able to do. So it is time for we to stop identify people as black man, white man, Indian man, and Chinese man. Because I know, growing up in a country like Guyana where Indian and black people hate each other because of what happened in the 1960s. And yes, they both was misled. I know black people all over the world, 98% of them don't like white people. And I also know there is section of white people too who detest black people. But Indians also detest other race and other race detest Indian. This nonsense have to stop sometime or the other. We cannot afford to be going around like this. You don't like a white man, you don't like a black man, you don't like a Chinese man, you don't like an Indian man. We must say we don't like their way of thinking or attitude, especially when they're not developing nothing but creating an environment that they themselves cannot live in. Ask yourself this question. Let's deal with the world for what it was and what it is today. When the white man was ruling India, Indian tell them to get out. Few get killed, civil disobedience, and they leave. In Africa, the same thing, whether they were from Britain, France, Holland, Germany, or any other European country. After you claim you got your independence and self-sufficient, you want to govern yourself, your great-grandchildren start to travel now to the European country, as I would say, your language, the white man country. Are you not ashamed and embarrassed of what you have done? I have traveled to many countries around the world, and there's good and bad in everything. You have good blacks, good white, good Chinese, good Indian. But 70 and 60% of some of the races in the world are so ignorant. And that come about because lack of education, lack of wrong teaching, like the Muslim fundamentalists. And also we have Christian like that too, and Hindus like that. And the only peaceful people we know here get clashes with others is the people who believe in Buddha. And that's the Dalai Lama people. And we got problem with race, we got problem with religion. When will we ever sit down and stop to think that we are all brothers and sisters in this world, regardless of our color, our language, or our nationality? Why don't we put our ignorance aside and find a common solution and grounds that we can unite humanity to make this world a paradise for whatever time we have left and our generation follow after us. Look at all the great things that happened in the past. Corruption from the Caesar to the Pharaoh, from Napoleon right back to Hitler, and many, many more. Are we here to repeat it only in a nuclear catastrophe? Let's respect what is going on. In America, for an example, I detest when people live in this country illegally. And when people are talking about it, the illegal are getting very uptight and upset. If it is your house and somebody living in it illegal, what will you do? You call the police or you throw them out. Worst of all, if you're a Christian and you believe in humanity, you would like to help them. But if they rape your daughter, kill your wife, selling your children drugs and in gang creating problems, what will you do? I think it is time to put them where they come from. But yes, a lot of people are innocent. I have seen this as a golden opportunity. Since Donald Trump have won the presidency of America, I wish him all the best and his cabinet. If you look carefully what he's doing, do not criticize. Open up your eyes and take a good look. I personally will tell you from now to June or July, the whole world will change. Everything is in the hands of God. Some of the laws, he says, you may not like it because you are indulging it. But if you follow the teaching of the scripture, he is only doing what he learned and what he was told. And you shouldn't get upset and mad about that. But many people all over the world want things their way. Country and nation cannot survive without laws. And therefore, Donald Trump have came in a time, according to my opinion, that we will have to learn and learn it the right way. For many of years, we was misled by this great sweet-talking politician dressed and with mink and three-piece suit and hug your mother, your sister, and your babies, only later to stop them and put them in long line waiting to collect a hamper. Think of it. While their children and their grandchildren are enjoying life, especially in the African continent, Latin and South America, and the Arab Peninsula, where a few family and friends rule everything, and other people follow a teaching of a Quran or a Ramayana, which is the Hindu text, or a Bible, and keep them down. Enough is enough. How do you know that it was not the will of God that put Donald Trump out there to defeat governors and senators? And now he is your president of the United States of America. We must unite and cooperate with him to make this country a safe haven. From Mexico to Argentina, there are more than a 2 billion or a billion 900 million. It could be a little bit more because I lost the count of it. Separated by borders. If you all speak the same language and you all are so divided and got guns and soldiers at each other border, ready to kill each other for people crossing over, raping your women and exploiting them, putting them in whorehouse, and this man come up and says, put a wall. What is the problem? That is his way of thinking. Is his protection for his people. And then it might also serve you great in Mexico and other parts of the world. Dictators will fall. Politicians in the third world nation would have to change. And if we work with Donald Trump and others who share his vision, we can put an end to human catastrophe from child slave, prostitution for children around the world, and a lot of other things. Listen to the message of the man and stop criticizing. Remember, he got a term, and if he won't do good, you put him for the second one. But in this third world country, it's pure dictators ruling, and their friends, and the police, and the judges, especially places like Georgetown, Guyana. They tell you one thing and do something else. The police supposed to do their job, they become judges and jury on the street. And if the right businessman pay them, or the politician give them a raise and tell them what I want, you're a deadbeat, you're dead. You're lucky if they find you. I like Trump because I believe that changes are coming, not only for the United States of America, for Canada next door, for Russia, which is after Alaska. Even France, a young man right now is showing up to rule. We see Gambia, we see Ghana, we see many more, and there will be changes. It is time for these corrupt politicians in third world country borrow money from the IMF or the ECC and put it in foreign banks. Now the Arab banks are holding their money. Also, Switzerland. Ronald Reagan had done a lot. If they had capitalized on him, they would have been able to do and go far. What America needs now is a diplomatic relation with all third world countries. And you have to understand that. China do not take refugees. Russia don't take refugees. And the Arab countries, such as Saudi Arabia, don't want refugees. Also, Kuwait and many other countries. And these people got money. The world come together to free them and fight for them sometime or the other. And what you get in return? Nothing. You either be one of them, and not only that, in some of those countries that I mentioned, they train people to attack those who help them. Take 9/11 and many other incidents that just happened all in France, Germany. Imagine, people are willing to help you, and your people still killing them. And when now they put a line and say enough is enough, you criticize and condemn these people. It's time to draw the line. I heard an Indian woman said today, I think today is the 26th of January, on a radio show. I think it was Rush Lambe radio show today. Somebody was setting in for him and I heard a little conversation. A woman says she's from India and Donald Trump is wrong according to the woman. But do that woman understand that Pakistan divided from India and there's a fence? And are she aware that the people of Bangladesh get independence in 1976 from Pakistan and they are trying to go into India and they are being raped and killed and electrocuted by a fence? So what is she talking about? Listen, she may not be intelligent enough to understand that. And in India, there is a caste system worse than any racism around the world. Now, I'm not criticizing you because of that. But when you wanted to talk and condemn countries and their leaders, make sure you know what you're talking about because your country is not a heaven. Because in India, you exploit the people. You got them lower than what you expect. You had an ambassador from India was in Manhattan, had her servant was treated worse than a dog in this country. She had to give up and she went back to India. She should have been jailed. So stop criticizing Donald Trump. Let's thank God that we have a man who's a non-politician but a businessman, came up to free his people and see what he will do. Yes, some of the thing might sound harsh, but he says again, you can't be involved in gang war, raping and killing, and selling drugs in a man's country and you're illegal. You have to wake up and understand this, man. You cannot be wrong and strong. And for you people from Mexico to Argentina, don't tell people you are Spanish, you are Latino. I'm from South America. I am not British, French, or anything. I'm a Guyanese. So therefore, you are what you are from where you come from. Mexican, Guatemalan, Honduran, Nicaraguan, Panamanian, Colombian, Venezuelan, Brazilian, whatever, or if you want to say an Argentinian. But don't say you are Spanish, you are not from Europe.